Yo. What is going on? Gonna be making some beats today. Just some drum beats. What are you saying, Jordan C? Hola.
Yo. Wolfpack, assemble. Fuck mouse.
It's been a while.
Summer neck run. No delay.
Somebody needs to summon Necron, innit?
Oh.
Got a feeling it's going to be a very slow day today. But that's okay, because I'm just going to be making some beats. Gleb, what are you saying? Right on time. Yes, you are, bruh. Let's get into it. Audio Artisan says, afternoon, bruv. Maciak says, perfect timing. I was just about to make some coffee. I got a nice cup of tea here. So it's not going to be very fast paced today. It's going to be a very kind of boring, slow stream. But if you do find any of the information in this video interesting or useful, then please hit like and subscribe and check out presetfood.com, because I got some presets and samples on there that might be interesting to you. Gleb says, just making some drums myself. About to take a break and listen to more drums. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, man, it's a great day. Monday, I was up at 4 o'clock this morning. Took the dog for a walk. And yeah, just thinking about, making some drums. Might as well get into it. Jason Hills says, what's up, Wolfpack? What are you saying, Jason? So, I've already made quite a lot of beats, actually, recently. I've got another project that I was working on, which has got, I'd say, like, maybe 10 or 15 other drum kind of, I guess they're drum kits, because I'm making them with Drum Rack. Jordan says it's Tuesday for me. Where are you? You must be in New Zealand. So, sampler, Drum Rack. We're going to put a new Drum Rack in. So it's all going to start here. I've been watching a lot of videos about people who service watches, like vintage watches. And it's given me a lot of inspiration for making drums because I feel like it's kind of like a similar sort of ethos, taking your time, doing things slowly and methodically to get to an end stage where you're happy with the sound of the drums. DJ Death, I can't remember, I don't know what the name is, but it says Mark Vincent from Facebook. How you doing, TC? Yes, Mark, what are you saying, bruv? Jason says, where's the original Wolf? Rex. No, he's just, hold on. He's just down there. He's always chilling. Jana says, you make drums, I'll make a lovely lamb lunch. Where's the lamb sauce? That's what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm going to get started here. It's slow. It's going to be a slow. This is no fast thing. This is a slow, methodical, getting through it. I might put the chat over here because I'll be able to read it easier. DJ Raw says, Sky None. Just making some beats. Got 20 people in. That's pretty good. So, starting off, we want some kicks. Bass drums. Clubby kicks. I like these ones. Are they coming through? Jumanji says, oi, oi, TC. What are you saying, Jumanji? I like these. They're sounding good. I like that one. Elixir DMB says, sup TC, hope you're good, mate. Yeah. I just thought I'd start streaming again. Feeling like I'm not really streaming enough. And want to, make some more content. So I thought, I've been doing this. And every time I'm sat here making beats, I always think, I could be streaming this and this would actually be quite interesting for some people. Jana in Disguise says, I hate to ask, but I've been advised it may be you. The first tune Rough Stuff plays a TC tune. Is the first tune Rough Stuff plays a TC tune? I don't know. What's the first tune sound like? Gleb says, never enough streams. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. So I'm going to take this kick and I'm going to put it down here. C1. I'm going to rename the box because I'm going to do it all in a nice, calm, slow, methodical fashion. DJ Doms says, oi, oi. What are you saying, DJ Doms? You good, mate? And then, because I know I'm going to want to layer up a few kicks, I'm going to group those. So Apple G, and that puts a group into the drum rack, which is quite useful. Because then you can drag more than one samples onto one of these things here. Cam Jam Studio says, oi, oi, lads. How we feeling? Yeah, I think we're all good. So I'm going to pick out a couple more kicks that I might like. I mean, that's a meaty kick, that one there. Keep going through. I reckon we're going to want like 4 or 5 different kicks, to get a sort of a good span of. Ooh. I like the attack on that one. That's nice. All right, so I've got 4 kicks there, and I think what I'm going to do is just have one of them. What is it? Unmuted or active. DJ Dom says, good to see you live. Respect. Yes, big respect, DJ Doms. Nice to see everyone's in. Frank T says, afternoon, boys and girls. Cam Jones says, you make a VIP of that astronaut bootleg. I think Andy C played it at Electric City. Yeah, I did make a VIP. Yeah, I did that actually live. Yeah. DJ Def says, I am okay, Restream bot. I don't know what that means. Did the Restream bot talk to you? Jana says, this tune I'm on about has an arpeggio, a Reese fill, a vocal sample saying, down. Oh, that's out now. It's called Shutdown. If you search on, if you go to tcdnb.com, actually, you'll be able to grab it. From Juno or Beatport, I think it's still exclusive on Beatport for like another week. So I got kicks. That's a good kick, and let's get this. So it's just repeating one bar, and we're just watchmaking. This is what I've been on. I've been on this tip. I've been watching a lot of people who. Whoa, what's happened to my? What has happened to the things? That's interesting. I don't know why, but I haven't got the same amount of like. Oh, there we go. 2 bars. We'll do 2 bars of that. Select those kicks, make them smaller. Let's put this tempo 174. Okay. Right. I'm not really sort of what's the word? Yana says, that's you. That's a sick tune, mate. Thank you. Everyday Junglist says, day off in the studio whilst you're streaming. Perfect start to the day. Big up TC. Yeah, mate. Okay, so there is a nice little bar loop there. So I'm going to adjust the sustain on that. Archon says, big up Wolfpack. It's a cold Monday night here in Perth, Western Australia. It's a worldwide thing. Right, so there's the first kick. For some reason, these ones, you have to turn all the releases up, otherwise it won't play the whole thing, which is a bit annoying. Okay, so, I mean, that's quite a good little start. I'm looking at the spectrum here. And there's a lot of low in that one. So we've got sort of like, what I'm going to do is put a little high pass on there. Around 100 hertz or thereabouts. Be nice if we could have that in the thing all the time, but yeah. I'm going to put it back. I'm going to put it over here, actually. There we go. DJ Def Nitro. That's what it is. Def Nitro. Sorry, mate. Need to set up my Mac computer and start making some drum and bass tunes again. Is okay to send you them when finished, because like to give some feedback, TC. Yeah, I mean, I find it very difficult to kind of balance all of the different things in my life, and one of them is direct messages, and I do get to them and I will do them, but sometimes it could take me up to 2 weeks or so to get to all of the messages. So I've got a little high pass on that kick there. Just using the attack of that kick, and then the low one. I'm actually going to put on a bandpass filter on that one. Sounds like there's a little click at the end of that sample. So we're just getting like the low end on that, but like around 100 hertz. Actually, I might turn the resonance up a bit. It's mad what you can hear in the headphones and what you can't hear in the headphones as well. Like, if I was working on speakers, the little clicks at the end of these samples, I wouldn't have noticed them. But I think it's okay for now. I'm going to go here. I'm going to grab myself a little Q3. So depending on where you put the different plugins means they'll be in different places in the chain. So if I was to put that oh, that's not the right plugin actually. I'm just going to delete that. So if I was to put a plugin here, then it would only affect this particular sample. But if I put it if I put it outside of that instrument rack that I created, then it will affect the entire kick. So I'm gonna chuck an EQ because I'm gonna need that. I've been mad about this disperser plugin, so I'm gonna have one of those in there because I'm really feeling this plugin. And I'm gonna find some snare sounds in a minute. Capes says, "Big up TC, hope you're good." Yes, mate. Very good, thank you. I'm just making some. It's just kind of like watchmaking. It's a bit slow. It's not like a fast thing making beats. The ends of these samples kind of annoy me. I wish there was a fade out where you could like fade out the end of the sample, but I don't know if that's possible. It would probably be possible if I was to drag it into the main thing, put a fade, and then drag it back in. Let's find some snare sounds. Mike Richmond's in the building. What are you saying, Mike Richmond? We got Frank T, we got Mike Richmond. Frank T says, "Have you had a go with Faceplant with the latest 2.0 update?" I haven't. Is that something I need to check out? What's new with that? Tell me more, Frank T. Tell me all the things. Right. So the thing I find with making beats is it's going to sound shitty for quite a long time until you kind of get to like the last sort of 20%. Mike Richmond says, "All good, bruv. How's you?" I'm good, man. Maciak says fade just above LFO. Not sure if that'll do both start and end. I think that is a fade to do with the loop. So with the loop, it will fade the edges of the loop into each other. I think that's what that is. Oh, there is fade out on one shot. Okay. Interesting. So in one shot mode, there is a fade out. That is very interesting. I wonder if you can change the sort of the bend of it. I don't know if you can change that. Interesting though. That is very interesting to me. So maybe we'll go back into these kicks and see if we could go back to one shot mode and then do a fade out instead. Yeah, that's cool. That's actually kind of good. Oh, it's tighter. Yeah, I like that. Very interesting. And with the mix of like 3 kicks, it's kind of good. Let's get some. I think I'm gonna like this fade out thing. Mike Richmond says, "Ah, this makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside." That's weird. So, oh, that was nice. Right, I'm gonna just group this. So we've got another group here for the snare. I'm gonna name it. Mike Wishman says it's like lockdown all over again. I mean, let's not wish for anything like that. Frank T says macro, the fade outs for quick Wolfpack access. Mike says, I'm the weird one in the group, bro. We established that a long time ago. Alright, I'm just looking at this Spectrum here. It would be sick to have this somewhere in the frame, but I just don't know if I can fit it in. But I use this all the time, so I'm always looking at it. I'm seeing that there is some... There's a lot of peak here, around 6K in one of those sounds I just put in. That might be nice with a little bit of reverb. It would be really nice if you could change those fades. So there's one here that has too much. Trust me, it will all come together. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a kick. One of these will be right. Yes, Stella, what are you saying, mate? Frank T says, is there ADSR if you convert to sampler? Probably. Yes, Vengeance, yes. I think that's a good one. So I'm going to put that in the snare thing. And going to grab me the... fade out again, because I like that. This is new. This is all new. I'm going to pitch it up. Seller says, tuned in whilst working. Standard. Yes, bruv. So that's providing the sort of the fundamental. So if you imagine what a snare is like two diaphragms which are held at tension, and then underneath is like a sort of string of beads underneath that you can change the sort of how tight or loose it is. So, and they're on the bottom head of a snare. So when you hit it, they go psh, because that's what sort of they vibrate against the bottom head of the snare, and the top head of the snare has a sort of a tuning to it, so like doom. Frank T says, it's there. What's what I was on about? You can do a pitch drop envelopes in your kick. Is that what you're looking for? What I was looking for is, so at the end of some of these samples, there's like a click, and I'd like to be able to just fade out the end and still use the ADSR. But I'm kind of liking this. So we just to sort of reiterate about what I'm doing here. I'm very slowly making beats. So I'm taking my time with it, and I've been watching a lot of videos of people like restoring vintage watches and how long it takes them to do it, and I'm just kind of making beats in the same way. So that's my vibe right now, just slowly and methodically going through and making some beats. So just reducing some peaks here. Oh, okay, we've got some more information from Frank T. I think you can hold shift to micro adjust the sample end. I always had the problem with the kick being too short and too long and found it was snapping to the grid. Yeah, so it's trying to snap to the 0 crossing points, I think, in the samples. So I'm just high passing this other bit here. It's a bit sharp. I might put a little Q3 on there and just sort of try and massage this whole thing into place. I never click in the right place on this Fab filter to get the high shelf. It's really annoying. Mike Richmond says that's a different way of looking at producing. Yeah, with the watchmaking. Yeah, just sort of like, just really take your time and just do it. Do it proper. But I'm going to find some. It's going to sound terrible for ages, and this may not even be a good one. I've got one which I made earlier. Frank T says you can have a boring sponge cake or take your time with the ingredients to have a fat, smooth, velvet rainbow cake covered in chocolate and cream. That's what I'm saying. It's time for a vape. I'm not mad keen on this fundamental that I got here. I feel like I want to find like a drum kit that I've used before. TC drums, drum bass, snare. That's nice. Yeah, see, it's sort of starting to come together a bit better now. All the different layers sort of help to kind of bring it all together. And I'll just keep adding and adding. Jay Purcell says great bits in there after sorting through them. Kyle says big tips only. I'm on the old pina colada flavour on the vape right now. 12 nicotine. It always comes up, but someone always asks. So I'm gonna grab, because I know I'm gonna need one later. So I'm gonna put it in the wrong place. A Q3 in there. Hit save. And I'm gonna want a little disperser in there. I love this little disperser thing. We'll mess about with that later. I want some claps as well, because I feel like I could sort of fill out the sound a little bit on that snare. That one kind of sounds like it wants to be in there. So I'm going to name actually these as the low ones. I could elongate that, I think, a little bit. And extend the fade. Yeah. Alright, let's get some more of these claps in there. I'm also going to want to have a utility on the snare so that I can adjust the volume of it. So I've got disperser, Q3. You can't see any of this because it's over there, but yeah, there you go. Disperser, Q3, and the utility. The utility just allows me to turn down the gain of all the things in that particular on that particular pad. Let's get some more claps. Quite a wide one there. Gonna actually high pass that one that we just put in to about 300. And just adjusting the envelope on it as well. So I'm hearing like it's. So this one definitely needs a high pass because I'm hearing lots of lows in there that I don't want. It's starting to. You can put disperser and distortion, etc., on multiple bands. Oh, the multi-heap, yeah, so you can do like, yeah, different bands, yeah. It's probably a good idea. My microphone is covered in Rex's fur. It's quite annoying. Alright. Let's just add a little touch of this disperser on there now. Khalil says, what's happening? I'm making some beats, bruv. Just sort of, as I said earlier, I've been watching a lot of people who do like watch restoration and like on vintage watches. Oh, the window man's here. Spiders. Is there a spider actually in there?
I can't do it. You're going to have to do that.
I got to do that one, have I?
Sorry.
All right.
Oh, I need to open the back gate.
Let's all go.
Sorry, but...
Oh, she did. Did you shut it? Yeah, wicked. She shut it, yeah. All right. That actually sounds quite good. Gonna get some hats in there now.
Oh, you live stream?
Yeah.
No, we didn't say that. They've been there once.
I told the wolf pack, yeah. That's quite punchy, it's nice. Let's find a few hats now. Symbols. I'm starving. I like that one, stereo. Okay. So this is basically what I've been doing for the last sort of like week or so. I've got loads of beats now. It's been good. It's been a good week. It's happening. One of the hardest things to do is to not go and make a tune. That's definitely like one of the most difficult things. Oh, this mic is so covered in dog fur, it's horrible. How does the dog fur even get up on the mic? It's like 5 feet off the ground. It's much more detailed doing it in headphones. I think I prefer it. I like that. So with these symbols or these hats, I'm going to layer them up and then pan them left and right so they're quite stereo. I saw a spider like that big the other day on my gates. Like it was ridiculous. I'm gonna need a little EQ. And definitely a utility on this. Terax DMB, hello all. Yes, Terax, what are you saying? So just to run you down, I'm just making some beats. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos of people restoring old watches, and it really inspired me to make some beats in that kind of fashion. Just taking your time and just doing it right, you know. Taking your time, doing it right. Jay Purcell, picking one-shot hats drives me mad. Getting them to sit, etc. Super worth it though. Yeah, I mean, I think if you get things layered nicely, you can get pretty much anything to work. Frank T says, best thing if you're producing is to get 80% and don't get caught up. Don't get caught up on the minute. Yeah. You know, it's true. And this helps to get the flow. Because I'll be able to use these sort of beats throughout the next sort of batch of tunes. Such as this one. Which is quite a jump-uppy sort of one. And this is not sounding there yet, but it will, we'll get there. Fact, he says if you get stuck on the hi-hat for 30 minutes, you'll lose the flow. You can do. You know, you could maybe hearing a tune too many times is a bit of an issue. Jay Purcell says, yes, getting decent enough at layering helped a ton. Yeah. Mike Richmond says, I've got templates set up in Logic now under certain categories and it helps like mad with workflow. That's pretty cool. Frank T says, but whereas this making just beats so you can go 100%, it's pretty cool. I've already rolled out like a couple tunes off just making beats. So like going through sounds and I'll just hear one sound and be like, oh, that's a tune. And I'll just sort of group all of those channels together and then just drag them into the browser, and then it makes like a new age Ableton project, which is pretty cool. Jay says, picked a bunch of hats in my sample library, made a few drum racks, been using them as a go-to, helps a lot with workflow. Yeah, man. I like that little one there. I'm going to put that to one side because I want to use that later. Let's rename this as well. I'm starving hungry, I am. Gleb says, you ever try making some Nero funk? Yeah, I'm no good at it. I just, I just don't think I'm that good at making Nero funk. Sophie says, soup for lunch. Yeah, Frank T says can't be a good soup, although always overdo the bread and butter. We didn't buy bread. I've decided that I'm addicted to bread and that I'm not going to eat it no more. It sounded pretty good, I like that. I'm going to add a little bit of reverb now to the whole thing. Yeah, so somehow got it in her head that she thinks she's fat, which she's not, and she's definitely not. T says sometimes I forget that's an option. ... Don't buy bread. Yeah, that's, you can't eat it if it's not in the house, bruv. Right, so a little soupçon of reverb, and then I got this thing, the double distressor, the double disperser, even. Oh, you can't see any of this, can you? And K-clip, and we're going to want a little EQ on the final as well. Starting to sort of, you know. Frank T says, as Zamo says, just say no. Yeah, that's right. Don't do drugs, kids, and don't eat bread. DJ Clockwise, that's a good name. That's interesting. From Sweden. God, I'm kind of obsessed with vintage watches at the moment and watching people take them apart, and that's what's inspired me to make this this video. I've been making a lot of beats. I'm having to repeat myself. I need some kind of like ticker on the bottom that says what's going on, because people kind of just come in and out, don't they? I'm liking that. I don't want to do the crash yet, but I will put a crash in there. But I'm going to go for rides now. And we're going to want a second hat, so I'll put the ride there, inside the ride, and rename that to ride. Ride, and let's put it in a group. Gonna want a few of these. Definitely gonna want it high passed. We'll add it to the thing. DJ Death Nitro says, how do you add a stutter effect on a beat? Such a thing could stutter effect on a beat. I use Logic TC. So I guess you're asking about a stutter kind of effect. There's a couple of things that are quite good. There's one called Live Cut, which I really like, which will just like randomly kind of cut things up and mess them around. Terax says, how often do you stream? I only catched you twice. Rarely, but wanting to do it more often because I feel like I need to make more content. That is sounding good. Let's get some more of that in there. That one's like stereo. We'll have some of that. Apparently Mike makes good bread. Mr. Disruptor says, note repeat in Logic's drum machine designer can get you a starter. Yeah, I don't have drum machine designer because I can't upgrade because my operating system is still a couple of versions back. Because I was kind of just hoping, I don't know why really. I think because I know that these mixing discs sound cards are not supported by the next version, but I don't actually use the sound cards anymore. Let's get a bit more of these things in here. Nice. Bare layers, that's what I'm saying, layers. And let's grab another utility and just chuck it here. It's your boy Lorraine says, what's up? Haven't caught one of your live streams in a while. How's it going? Yeah, very good, mate. I'm just making some beats like a watchmaker. That's what's the watchmaker. That's what's going on. So, we can look at this. This is the main EQ on the whole thing. So that is over here. And I just thought maybe a little high pass on there. Probably thinking that the ride is a bit heavy, a bit loud. So let's just continue to just get a balance. Frank T says, I think you should invest in some of those finger condoms for making beats. They're really weird. I've seen those videos. Yeah, look, I'm watching all the videos of them taking watches apart and they got the weird, like, rubber things. But it's to stop them from getting fingerprint marks on the workings of a watch. But I don't think I need them for this. But maybe I'll invest in some weird little finger condoms. Soph says, if you can make good gluten-free loaf, I might be tempted to No, Soph. Gluten-free is a gateway drug. Kenny says, how you been? I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, I'm good, man. Just, I just thought I'd come on here and do some streaming or something, making a beat and that. You know what I mean? Frank T says, oil degrades metal. It may also degrade computer keys. Yeah. Daybreak. Yo, TC. Hope you're well. I have 2 weeks off work. I just woke up and I'm burning already. Is that okay? I'm not going to enable you, bruv. You know what I mean? It's fine. It's good. It's wake and bake. People have been waking and baking since the dawn of time. I'm sure there's, let's join them together. And they said, I want some more hats. So, closed. Try these open hats. So I'm going to do a second hat. And chuck it in. I'm going to group that up. nice. Terminal Meltdown is in the building. What are you saying, Terminal? That sounded pretty good. Probably better than the one. They seem to get better and better each time. It's good. Terminal Meltdown says, "Yo, Frank, elbow bump." Nice one, brother. Okay, so I'm gonna rename that hat to what I'm really after is like a little choop. Or something like that, actually. That's quite good. Yeah, that's nice. Want to be filling up that mid-range a little bit. DJ Clockwise says, speaking of ticking, I've started to find a new appreciation for minimal D&B. That's pretty good. My dog's wondering, there's a guy cleaning the windows and he's like, what's going on? Rex, mate. Hey, mate. The dog's like, what's going on? What's he doing? What, Rex, what's he doing, mate? Jokes. So I like that. I like it a lot. And I'm going to just put a little high pass on that other thing and put it down to around 300 hertz. Yeah, get the soup on, Soph. And I'm going to put a little echo on there. Been loving this echo thing. The new Ableton has an echo thing. And so one shot, fade out. I'm going to fade that out. And just see what it sounds like. I mean, no, I think I'm alright for now. That's alright. Huh?
Said soup yourself.
Lol.
Soup yourself.
That's interesting. Can't even hear it. Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah. That snare needs a little more something, a little more. It needs like a proper snare over the top of it. Gonna roll it out to 8 bars and then join that together. And I always like to leave the last snare without anything on the last piece of the bar. So I think all of the hats and rides and stuff are a little bit too loud. Let me just grab a utility to go on the end of that second hat so I can turn them down. Gonna rename this one Echo Hat. Save that. I'll do a little collect all and save as well, so it brings all of the different samples into this project. Bit of future proofing. Find a few claps, I think now. And an echo, another echo. And a utility so that I can turn the sample down. And we'll put one right on that first snare. Let's put another one in. We'll do a different one. I think for me, it's all about these sort of extra little sounds that kind of take your attention away from the main beat as well. So I'm going to copy that over, and then I can just find another sample. That one's got a little click on the end, doesn't it? Oh, it's not Lidl. I went to Marks and Sparks for the soup. Was it Marks and Sparks? Marks and Spencer's? No, Waitrose for the soup. Bougie. Mike says sounds banging, mate. Thank you. Yeah, it's getting there. So let's just look at this. We could probably draw that peak down there and then take up. I'm just bringing out the mid-range in the whole thing a little bit. Needs a bit more work on those second hats. Dunk says big up TC and the Wolfpack. Yes, Dunk. What are you saying? Mike Richmond says, Terminal, I told the kids I'd make them sweet and sour the other day. Got a pack of instant noodles and a sauce of sweet and sour and blagged the shit out of it. Bruv! Doug says he's a bit late to the party today. Wow, is that really taking... This has taken me an hour. Wow, time flies, doesn't it? So, the snare always needs a little boost. So says it's boring without bread. Yeah, that's the point. We're addicted, so. These drums, they are looking real nice now on the Spectrum. I think there's a little space here that could be filled up with something like a transient, like a low transient around there. I think I need to add a few more sounds into this second hat as well. I was saying that a minute ago, wasn't I? Percussion. Nah, just hats. Snares, cymbals. That's nice. Little one there. Phaserville says, wow, one drum loop in an hour. I know, right? Is that good or bad? It's an hour and 13 minutes. So the concept behind what I'm doing at the moment is I'm making beats, but I'm taking my time with it as if I was putting together like the workings of a watch. Like, it's probably ridiculous, but sometimes certain things, you know, they just get you in the mood for making beats. I feel like I need to hear this on some speakers. 1 second. It's actually pretty good. Phaserville says, okay, I dig it. I find similar pleasure getting lost in the details. Yeah, man. Just renaming these claps with the echoes on. I think I need another one as well, so just I'm going to copy that over to there. Find another clap. Kind of want a stereo one. That's pretty cool. Okay, make sure I'm on the right pad. Storm says, yo, take your time with the drums, man. You'll have a huge foundation later. Big, large, respecto patronum. I don't know what does that mean, but it's cool. I like it. And Mike says, TC got the unagi. Troy says, you should sample the vape hit, pitch it down, and turn it into a bass. That's nice. Estella says Harry Potter references. You Quidditch, bro. The snare needs a little bit more like attack. Sometimes I feel like you could go a bit too far as well. Let's just back this off a little bit. Porky says, good afternoon, Wolfpack. Good vibes. So I'm just adjusting the main EQ of the snare here. Jumanji says, what I miss, just looking at new houses at the moment, waiting for the landlord. Not a lot, just the same, just making drums. I think that's pretty good. It's so weird with drums, like what works and what doesn't work. I'm gonna try it, just sort of see if this sort of sounds alright with some kind of backing. Phaserville says, do you put a clipper on your snare? No, but I do put a clipper on like the whole of the drum rack. It's mad, isn't it? How sort of like having a good drum beat means that you can sort of anything you do under it seems to kind of work better. I have this thing though, like I don't want to. It's such a difficult thing to not sound like John B. Daybreak DMB says, gonna make a new track after this video. Feeling inspired? Yes! That's what we want. Yeah, I like that. Mike Richmond says, I thought it sounded more like Ed Rushy than John B. Ah. For some reason, when I try and load Massive now in Ableton 11, it doesn't work. It's a bit annoying. Probably need to restart my computer. Yeah, I like that beat. It's a good beat. So I guess, you know what, I'm probably gonna have a bit of lunch. I mean, I just sort of like jumped on here to do this. I just wanted to sort of show where I'm at creatively at the moment, which is just making beats. Just that's all I've been doing for weeks. Trying to get back in the practice of things, you know. I guess I could play you guys a new tune and then I'm gonna go. Just trying to find it here. Storm asks, how do I save the beat? Do I loop, render, or a project file? So I'll just leave it as it is for now in this project, and I'll make loads of beats. And then kind of I'll just sort of like export them into other projects that might need them. I think this beat that we just made is better than that other one, to be fair. I'm allowed to use my own presets. Jay Purcell says this is the most jump up track I've heard. Whatever? In a good way. Thanks guys, I appreciate you. Yeah, so that's something new that I'm working on. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna go. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. I'll probably be streaming a bit more. I say that every time I do it and then I don't. So I just don't want to put pressure on myself, but I know that I should be doing this. So I am going to be making a lot of beats in the next few weeks. So instead of just being sat here on my own making beats, maybe I'll jump on here. For the longest time, my microphone wasn't working and I couldn't work out why. And then I had to do a drop for somebody for a radio show. And I found out that it wasn't quite plugged in at the back of the rack mount, which is what it is. Frank T says that Zap is going to blow up any Mars Attacks aliens in the club. I love that. Instead of a snare, just to have like the... I thought I quite like that. But yeah, I'm going to continue to work on that tune a bit more. So I've had it recently where people have been like kind of pissed off that tunes when they come out don't sound like when I was making them, and it is what it is. Daybreak says, "Your packs, bro. G's up to my production skill. Inspiration by Shedload." Thank you very much, mate. And thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'm going to eat some soup now. I'm going to do some press-ups and then maybe eat some protein for gains. Yeah. Frank T says, "It's your tune, not theirs." Yeah, but when you make it in public, do you really own it? That's the thing, you know. I've also been getting all my YouTube videos getting flagged for tunes that are coming out that I've made on YouTube videos. Every other day is like, your tune has been content flagged. Yeah, everybody get down and give me 20 press-ups, man. That's what I'm talking about right now. If you think about press-ups, you've got to do them. That's my new way of, you know. Frank says, fuck them. Just give them all a brown note and make some shit themselves. Just put out a tune that's just... It's a good idea. Right, I'm going to go. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you all again for another exciting time of making beats. Like a watchmaker. So yeah, thanks a lot. I'll see you all soon. Peace.
Yo. Wolfpack, assemble. Fuck mouse. Summer neck run. pack. Assemble.